Hey everybody, welcome to EmpireCV.tv yet again for another week of new comics. I've picked a couple indies, a couple Marvels, and a couple DCs to go over. The first one we're going to go over is a post-apocalyptic story called Orchid. It's only $1. It introduces a new storyline and a new world, and it introduces you to something that's akin to a Lost in New York meets Conan. You've got this Thundar the Barbarian. You've got this futuristic world where the world has been overrun and there are strange creatures, people living in caves. You've got the nobility, you've got the slavers. It was a really good first read, and our main character is Orchid, the one on the cover that we get introduced to, and her family as well. So it's only $1. You can check it out tomorrow. The other one that we have is another one following in the same vein. It's a science fiction, another post-apocalyptic world where it looks like New York has been saved from whatever happened outside. Now, the only way that they can maintain the peace within is to put chips in people's heads. So the people inside of New York can't do anything wrong. They go about their normal lives, but their violent impulses, their need to act out after the disaster is completely gone. Now the police force, to counteract anybody who comes in or anybody who might be off of this, has a drug, and they get to take it once every shift, and it lasts for about 12 hours where the effects of the chip is removed so that they can properly police and deal with situations. One of our officers just comes on duty. They discover a kidnapping, and it looks like the drug that takes the chip's effect away is out on the street. So it's the cops battling the few people out there who are taking the drug and who can actually perform crimes again. And that's City of Refuge. Okay, another DC #1. We've got two this week. The first is My Greatest Adventure. The other is Shade. My Greatest Adventure is really a continuation of Weird Worlds, which was a miniseries that put out by DC before they canceled everything and started at #1s. This one has Garbage Man, it has Robot Man, and it's got Tenga. They're all three different stories by three different creative teams and will be an anthology that continues through the series. The one that I'm most excited about in this is Tenga. It is by Kevin Maguire. We haven't seen much of him. You never really see much of him. You've got this free-spirited space-age woman who's flying around, just doing her own thing, winds up in a lot of trouble. It's got comedy, and it's got adventure, and it's got Kevin Maguire's incredible art. Shade is the other #1, and this is by James Robinson. I have never been introduced to Shade. I haven't seen anything from him in DC in a long time, or I would have tried it since I'm here. But this introduces you to him in the new world. He's obviously had a history. He's retired from the game, opens up talking to Starman. We get a little more about him, about his life, about his girlfriend, until he's thrown back into the circumstances that have shaped his life previous to this. We get a special guest star from another book in this one, and it's not really so much a guest star as an enemy. So Shade was interesting. James Robinson's a good writer. We'll see where he goes with this. I'll definitely give #2 a try. On to Marvel. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. Uncanny X-Force #16. Okay, there's a lot going on in here. I wasn't a big fan of X-Force, and I know you guys are all going to jump at me for this. Just didn't jump out at me. All of a sudden I started picking it up about 6-7 issues ago. Really like the way Deadpool's written. Not really a Deadpool fan either, but I'm really enjoying him, and I might go back and try some other stuff for him. Remender's doing an incredible job. We have built up to the point where Archangel is now Apocalypse. He has in his hands a death seed, which he's going to use to reshape the world, erase mankind, and start another race that will then worship him as a god, along with all of the other Apocalypse minions. So Warren is I'm sorry, not Death anymore. He is Apocalypse. His Death was just killed, and he's looking for a replacement, and he's going to make Psylocke the replacement. So you've got Wolverine out of commission. You've got Deadpool and Phantom X, the only two, along with Deathlock, the future cyborg. Those three are the only ones free. They're the only ones that can stop him from achieving his goal. And all along the way, you've got people from our world, and you've got people from the Apocalypse world that came over after X-Force took a trip there over the last few issues. So it is non-stop action. Deadpool is funny as heck, and the art is unbelievable. So this issue builds up to where we're going to get our new Death next issue. I won't tell you what happens or who it's going to be, but he is intending to turn Psylocke at the beginning of this one into his new Death. Spider Island. This one's a lot of fun because Dan Slott is doing the writing, and Slott has a hold on this character. Not a lot of Spider-Man in this one, actually. You've got J. Jonah Jameson, you've got the Jackal, you've got the Queen. Queen is the one doing it all. She's turned everyone in Manhattan into spiders, essentially. They develop the powers, and then they slowly succumb to the serum and turn into spiders that she controls. All of the heroes of the Marvel Universe are containing them, but they're really stretched to their limit. It's up to Spider-Man and Venom, actually Anti-Venom, who has the cure to fix things. But one of the coolest things in this is Mary Jane, and I know a lot of people have been giving Mary Jane a hard time. I don't know why, but I love Mary Jane. Mary Jane is in here. Mary Jane is all the superhero you will need. That's enough said. Take a look at the art on the cover. Looks good. Thank you very much, you guys. Don't forget the 29th and the 30th. You can turn in your pumpkins here. We're going to have a contest for the best pumpkin carving contest. So bring them down. We'll display them. We'll put pictures on Facebook. We'll let people vote on them for the winner. See all the details on the website and on Facebook. Thank you very much, and have a good week. Hey everybody, welcome to EmpireCV.tv, and it's another week of new comic books. Woo! First thing that we've got today